Kia ora whānau. Welcome. Today we have some cool topics to be talking about. Yes. So last bloody night, we got kept up all night long.
What about that thunder and rain, man?
Oh my God.
Thunderbolts.
Tawhiri, he's a bit angry up there.
Bit angry.
Who upset him?
It's the climate change. You know, it's all about that climate change.
True.
People, everyone out there saying climate change is not real, explain this morning. But before that, yesterday, did you feel the earthquake? Rotorua had an earthquake, whānau. It was like,
oh, rocky. And you know what's even scarier? We've got a volcano an hour away from us, and we are sitting on top of a volcano. But it's dead, but it's still like scary.
Yeah, you've got to go Lake Taupo.
Taupo as well.
And on top of that, so not only earthquakes in Rotorua, not only storms across the bay and across Tairāwhiti, solar flare. Bro, they had a solar flare just the other day.
Oh my goodness.
Coincidence or not.
And then also, there was a flippin', someone saw a comet or something, like videoed a flippin' comet just go straight over New Zealand.
Tohu's. Anyway, for all of those stuck in the traffic or the roads closed, aroha to you. Hope it all sorts itself out. The rivers might be a bit flooded right now.
Yeah, ka kite anō a popo when you get out of traffic.
Anyway, that's a reaction to last night's thunderbolts and lightning.
Oh my God.
Thank you, Ranginui, keeping me up.
Yep. Nice. All right, so our first video we got tonight, guys, is called Submersible Touring Titanic. If you guys haven't heard, there was a tourism submarine that goes and sees the Titanic. Nobody knows where it is. It's like someone either hijacked it and ran off with it, or it's lost somewhere. Yep. I think 2 days ago it was
2 days ago now.
Yeah, they were running out of oxygen. They had like 30 hours of oxygen by yesterday or something like that. Yep.
A desperate rescue mission is underway at the site of the shipwrecked Titanic after a five-person submarine disappeared during an exploration dive.
The submersible takes paying customers and mission specialists down. And among those confirmed on board the missing vessel, a British millionaire. Europe correspondent Lisa Raymer reports.
It was a mission to explore the rusty wreckage of the Titanic, the most infamous of all maritime disasters.
100 years old.
But
Yeah,
these
bro. It's
freezing
supposed to be
Atlantic waters
the
are
most
once
solid
again at the
ship
centre
there was.
of a frantic search and rescue operation.
Goes to show you what
We
Mother
were
Nature can
notified
do,
by
eh?
the operator of the submersible vessel that it was overdue, and it had five persons on board.
Operated by Ocean Gate Expeditions,
They kinda look like the
tourists
Māori flag.
pay more than $400,000
Ocean
each
Gate, okay.
to travel almost 4,000 metres beneath the surface in this submarine
4,000.
to visit the historic sunken liner.
We have our control screen here.
The dive in the remote area of the Newfoundland coast is so deep.
It just looks like a little
it typically
miniature living
takes
room.
8 hours.
And we really
small,
are
bro.
focusing on the science around it. We wanna-
Okay.
Look at that.
Okay.
How tiny it is. Wow.
They say 5 people can fit in this submarine.
And the submarine's the size of a minivan, bro. And not only that, what I saw was that the submarine is run by a PlayStation controller.
Oh my God. I shouldn't be laughing, but that is so stupid. Like, I guess using, because they've used like controllers to do drones and that kind of stuff, but a submarine is an entire different category.
Yeah, especially when you've got like billionaires in the back.
Yep.
You know, there's a father and son.
Yep.
There's a guy from the aviation, British guy. The 2 Pakistanis from Britain. And the pilot himself. So 5 people in the small space, 4,000 feet. Is it 4,000 feet or 4,000 meters? That's even worse.
Yeah.
Down ocean. So they scouted out this huge place. And then yesterday I think, they heard noise.
It was a
So
bang, wasn't it? Bang.
Going in through the sonar. So the sonar picked it up, sent it to the Canadians. The Canadians are limiting their search area.
Oh.
But,
I just, there could be possibilities. It could be people banging, but because he's got minimal oxygen, they'll be banging hysterically.
Yeah.
But it could also, we don't know what's down there near the Titanic. It could be like, let's say, octopuses are really smart.
Octopus. Whoa,
Octopuses are
Giant
really
octopus
smart.
in the Titanic.
So it could be picking up a rock and trying to crack that giant egg open.
Right?
I'm trying to
Could
find
be.
something.
Could be tangled up in nets, or
Yeah.
could be stuck. They say it might be stuck under the propeller.
Oh,
Because
wow.
the Titanic, when it sunk, 1912, it broke in half.
Yep.
One half went like this, and the other half went straight up.
Oh, yes.
So
yeah,
they
yeah.
might be under here somewhere, but they don't quite know. I'm hoping it's going to be they find them. They're a little bit annoyed, a little bit hot and bothered, but just like the cavers, remember the bros?
Yeah.
The students went down the cave. And
Yeah,
found
and
them. I'm hoping it's going to be like that situation.
I hope no one actually really passes away in this. But what I want to know is the person inside with the controller?
Yeah.
Is there like a actual person, or is it?
Yeah, he's a
just-
pilot. He's
Oh,
a
he's an
pilot.
actual
He's
pilot?
one pilot and 4 passengers.
You reckon it's possible to go a different route than originally the tourists go? Because there's billionaires sitting in the
Possibly.
back and stuff, and they're like, "Oh, let's go."
Normally at this time, up in that part of the ocean, it's furious.
Oh my!
You know, it's crazy storms. So they only had the small window to get in there to see what they wanted to see and get out.
Yeah.
So it's even at the normal time, the ocean is crazy.
Is it? You reckon it's equivalent to going to like those, like Sahara or Antarctica, and then a sandstorm comes or like an ice storm comes?
Well, it's probably more like space because now that you're there, you're helpless.
Oh
You
yeah,
can't do nothing.
and oxygen is running out.
Oxygen.
You get full oxygen on
And
the
you
air.
can't open it from the inside. You got to do it from the outside.
Oh, good design. Good design.
So,
Good design. Oh my god.
anyway, play the story. Play
Yep.
the story.
Oh yeah.
The submarine left for its latest 8-day expedition on Friday and should have been pinging a safety message back every 15 minutes. But within an hour and 45 minutes of its descent, it lost contact.
There could have been an accident. It could have become entangled in the wreckage of Titanic. It could indeed have had a catastrophic failure.
Among those trapped on board
I've always liked extremes.
is 59-year-old British billionaire Hamish Harding.
It's the challenge of going somewhere that practically nobody else has gone to.
On the eve of the journey, he shared his excitement for the adventure ahead online. The race to rescue him and his crewmates is now a desperate one. The Coast Guard is using sonar technology to listen for any sounds in the area, but they are running out of
I
time
think they're sending
and oxygen.
submersibles, like small
the
drones
submarine
down.
carried enough emergency air for 96 hours.
See, look how
It's
small that
estimated they
space
would
is.
have used almost half of that by now.
We're making the best use of every moment of that time to locate the vessel.
But every second the submarine stays silent, the alarm bells grow louder.
Oh my
So
goodness.
I think most people
Fana.
are used to the Titanic from the movie, eh?
Yeah.
You know, it's what's that, Leonardo DiCaprio?
Yeah.
Apparently he was based on someone, but I don't know.
Yeah.
But the Titanic itself had conspiracies
Yeah.
because there was a guy on there, John Paul Getty,
Yeah.
and he had organised that 3 other billionaires were on board, and just before they launched the boat, the Titanic,
He jumped off?
And so, like Astor, for Astor Hotels in New York,
Yeah.
I think, what's their names? There's 3 Astor. So go on, let me just check my notes.
Was it
Let me
like
just check my
Caesar's
notes.
Palace
The
or
boys
something?
were called who was it? J.P. Morgan. Yep. Jacob Astor, Isidor Strauss. I think they're Levi Strauss, and Benjamin Guggenheim. So Guggenheim and Astor were lost in the Titanic. 2,500 people on board their ship. 2/3 died. 1/3 survived. But J.P. Morgan went on to be like famous, ultra rich. So there's always been this conspiracy that the boat itself, there were some things that happened.
That's so. Yeah.
I don't know about that, but I know about the conspiracies. But
Yeah,
I know
yeah,
about
yeah.
that.
But it's like the more you look into it, the deeper the rabbit hole, and then the more, I guess, the truths you find out, but also more conspiracies come out of it, and you just got to figure out what is real, what is not, and who's at fault and who's not.
Well, the Titanic conspiracy, not the submarine one. Aroha to the whānau on the submarine. Hope you found safe and your whānau is all good.
Yep.
But the Titanic is up there with the moon landing. All of a sudden, this big ship can't be sunk, hit the iceberg, sank. And similar, going to space, got to beat the Russians, might have faked the moon landing. That's what they say. So there's all these, like you said, big conspiracies out there, and I don't know, bro.
You're
know.
what,
I'm none the wiser.
like that
I'm
got
from
me.
Linmore.
That got me thinking of what you said about sinkable ship.
Yeah.
Right, hit an iceberg. You get ships that literally can go into the ice and break ice from the front, the bow, I think.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, and they go through the ice and they break
Yeah,
the ice piece
icebreakers,
by
those big ass icebreakers, yeah.
But then you get this ship who can't break, even though if it was a massive iceberg, I thought it would just go on the side.
Apparently they were just going full on, and they got 6 warnings. Watch out for icebergs. Not that iceberg, but watch out for icebergs. But apparently the captain's like, straight up their guts.
Wasn't there a party going on at the same time when when the ship sunk? Everyone was having a good time, drinking.
I think everyone was asleep.
Oh my god!
I think it all happened in like the AM.
Oh my goodness!
And that's why the biggest problem, it was not a conspiracy, it was actually a problem. It changed the laws after the Titanic sunk. It was the lifeboats. They didn't get the lifeboats out in time. They didn't have enough lifeboats, and they didn't get enough lifeboats out. So the people that got saved, because if you're in the cold water, you're not going to last very long. Sharks and that.
Yeah.
But if your lifeboats are there and you can get them out, you might save more people.
Yeah.
So apparently the Titanic's lifeboat action was just unsatisfactory. No OSH back in 1912. I know, no OSH.
Nope. Yeah, it would have been a huge fest for the shark, because sharks, they love they food to them is when it starts thrashing, and it's like thrashing, and then there'll be jewelry everywhere, so shining everywhere, and sharks are attracted to that stuff.
That's my worst fear: zombies and sharks.
Oh my! And you know what's even worse is that if sharks ate people, what if there was a giant monster underneath that ready to eat the sharks? Oh my goodness!
The Kraken. That's a megalodon. Not saying that the megalodon is part of the submarine kaupapa, but who knows?
Yeah.
Hopefully it's just a technical malfunction, and then they suss out those, and
hopefully China's just pranking us, bro, with a robotic shark or something.
Oh, with all the amount of technology they've got, you think they'd send it straight in there.
Yeah, some Gundam stuff.
Yeah, but who was there first? The media. The media's there first. 100 stories already.
They're always ready to capture the Great Depressions.
The cap.
All right. So we discovered the submarine, guys. Aroha mai to the family and with the submarine, to the victims as well.
Hope you get found, cuzzies.
Yeah, get found. I hope you guys do. But the next subject is going to be a conspiracy kind of subject, and it's aliens in Antarctica. What? Yeah.
I don't know what he's been doing last night, but we're back to aliens, finally.
We're back to aliens.
I was maybe all of the lightning and the thunder aren't the Atuas having fights. It's the aliens. Ionic pulses.
You know
They're
what?
testing our defenses. Just say.
You know what? I've been constantly getting on my news feeds all the time is that the great change is coming, or something like that, and humanity is screwed up so many times, screwed up the earth so many times to the point where people up there are like, we're intervening. We're going to change the frequency of this earth so it can heal itself. Yep. You guys have to do it yourself to change your own frequency. If you don't, you get left behind. And that kind of coincides with the Bible, with Revelations as well.
The Bible too. Yep.
Yeah, all of those. It's a huge thing. But yeah, we got Antarctica's secret alien cover-up.
Sheesh.
So start from here, because this...
In July 2018, Linda Moulton Howe interviewed a whistleblower who offered to provide her with classified information regarding Antarctica on the condition that she not reveal his identity. Her source, a retired Navy SEAL who she identifies as Spartan 1, provided her with details of an ancient structure he claims to have visited during his time at the South Pole.
At that time, my rank was First Lieutenant Commander, Naval Special Operations. We were inbound the southeast coast of Antarctica. We were dispatched for, unofficially, was a research reconnaissance mission. Officially, it was to find a certain individual, obtain any information, and bring it back.
What was the date?
August 2003.
According to Spartan 1, when he and his team reached their destination, they encountered a large octagonal structure protruding from the ice. Cautiously, they proceeded to enter it.
Like, I don't know why people do that. I don't know
There's
why.
a scary thing, and they walk closer to it. Because it wouldn't be much of a story if he ran away.
True.
You know, you got actually, it's the beginning of a story.
The beginning of a story when he does something stupid.
It started off innocent enough, the bro out doing his mahi in the South Pole. He just comes across an octagonal structure.
Yeah.
So he walks to it.
Yeah. An alien structure that's never been seen
Get
before.
up the front with you. Anyway, let's see what this octagonal structure is going to do to our brother.
Yeah.
Very top of the first structure we entered, there was almost 18 feet poking from the ice. The rest of it was hidden under the ice. Each door was the same, anywhere from 18 feet thick to around 30 feet thick. And even though these doors were that thick and that heavy, you could take one finger and push them and they would open. There was no resistance whatsoever. The outside temperature was at least 40 degrees below zero. Once you stepped inside these structures, the temperature was an ambient 68 to 72 degrees.
What about the ceilings, hallways, floors?
These guys had
It was
heating
lighted
solutions,
from
like
inside
advanced heating
to outside
solutions.
the source of light.
Yeah, underfloor
It
heating,
was a
wall
lime
heating.
green in color.
It's a giant
The
rave
walls
dance
were
floor.
lined
Yeah, how are they?
with what I call hieroglyphics.
They're having raves in South
But
Pole.
nothing in
Those-
hieroglyphics
those-
that I've
You
ever
know who
seen
this
in
is,
my
bro?
life.
This is Bluebird's the word. It's all the
Could there really
penguins,
be
bro.
mysterious structures
Penguin
buried at the
raves.
South
Handing
Pole?
out half-empty packets of
Structures
chips, bro.
built by an advanced extraterrestrial civilization in our remote past.
Buried underneath the ice in Antarctica could well be stone temple constructions. There could be biological
This guy is in a
material,
lot
remains
of
of beings
alien
that lived there
documentaries.
and could still be there.
Aliens.
It
ETs, we
could be
should
the
think.
greatest reveal
I'm not
in
going to say
all
the
of
bro's
human
right or
history.
wrong, but I know under Antarctica there's a whole bunch we don't know much about. Just covered with ice.
Yep.
There's a lake, the world's largest lake, apparently is under Antarctica.
Yeah, bro. It's crazy what you find there, because it's like, you know, as a little kid, you get taught Antarctica's all ice, right? All the videos that they show you, polar bears on ice, penguins on ice, dogs on sleds on ice, trucks on ice. But then as I grew up, I looked more into it, went to YouTube, and you find out it's green. There's greenery there.
Yeah.
There's rocks and dirt. And
That's when, if you're on YouTube, that's where I seen the polar flip.
Yeah.
When the poles flipped
Yeah.
about 12,000 years ago,
Yeah.
destroyed all the ancient civilizations, and it had to wobble. I remember the polar flip back in that movie 2012. Remember that movie?
And the whole thing just...
Yeah.
Yep.
So it can be interesting, bro. And I also remember there was the Nazis.
The
And how
Nats.
there was one guy who went above. Was it the North Pole or the South Pole? And then they found the hole into the center of Earth.
They
came
said it
back.
was the North or the South Pole, I think, and apparently that's where Hitler and all of them went to hiding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the spaceships.
Yeah.
See, now you're just making 1 and 1 equal 11.
Yeah.
I know it's there, but I don't know if
it's true, because I'm pretty sure aliens have a conscience, and they're looking at these guys and like, these guys started a nuclear thing. They started a war, killing people, torturing people. Let's not have them here.
Yeah, that's right.
So I don't think that's... Well, it could, but it couldn't.
Yeah, but if you were an Anunnaki, and would you come back? You know, you were during humans' golden age, built the pyramids. Come back now. What are we doing? Bombing each other. No good. No good.
Honestly, I
I
would...
wouldn't come back. I'd set it out. I'd come back maybe 500 years from now.
Would you hit the reset button?
Nah, it's all part of evolution, bro.
Yep.
You know, it's like an experiment. If the Anunnaki, I'm just saying, I've seen,
There's lots of... Yeah.
Atlanta, no, the Stargate, what's that one? Stargate with the Anunnaki.
Yep.
And if we were just like, in the beginning, the experiment with these slaves, and then we come into our own, let us come into our own. That's
Yep.
what I say.
I wonder if the Anunnaki just come in like 2023 and that, and then they went away and then come back 100 years later.
Yeah, it'd be just my luck that as we discover aliens, I win lotto.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden, all my money means nothing. 30, 40 years of buying a lotto ticket, and all of a sudden, nothing. Money is irrelevant.
No.
Yeah. It's all about alien technology.
That's probably going to be the next currency.
But you know how we're talking about aliens? Last week we talked about the Homo nettali.
Yeah, the Homo nettali. The new species of humans discovered.
As I was walking down the countdown, you know, as I do, down the snack aisle, I come across the new scientist. And then on the page 8, what do you know? Homo nettali's complex life. So on page 8, there's two pages
It's
about...
the brother Natalie.
Wow, how their symbols may have been more sophisticated than we thought.
Yep.
So here you go, brother. See, he's got all the conspiracies, but they actually come true. So you never quite know what's around the corner, you know?
Yep.
Always keep an open mind, that's what I'm saying. Ooh.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you for joining us today. We had an awesome conversation about Antarctica and about their submarine. I actually do really feel
to all the fun.
yeah.
I hope you get found, brothers.
Yeah, hopefully if you're watching us from the submarine as well, get well. And I hopefully you guys caught our interview with Modi as well. That Thursday that just went, and hopefully you guys got to watch it and learn more about the elections. But next week also we're gonna have some more stuff for you, so you guys stay in tune for that. Because this is TaniwhaTV.
Yes, for the beer.